A quick reaction to ESPN's analysis of Real Madrid versus Getafe.
It's all about not getting anyone injured ahead of Wednesday. Camavinga goes down here. He'd been substituted immediately.
As if he got caught in the ankle, stroke Achilles.
You can see it's interesting. He's getting his knee ice there, and we saw him limping down the tunnel at full time. So that very much.
One thing that's not ideal before Man City game is getting injury. And Camavinga is one of the most vital player for Real Madrid if they want to win against Man City. Given that he got a small knock, I don't know what's the intensity of it, but it's not good for Real Madrid. As a fan, the only hope we can wish is that this injury is not big enough and hopefully he'll be back before Man City game.
Looking ahead to Wednesday, confirmation there, though, Real Madrid with the 1-0 win. Luis Garcia joined. Luis, I don't really know what to say about the game. Let's talk about Asensio, obviously out of contract in the summer. How hard, if you're Real Madrid, do you push to keep him? And from his perspective, knowing that you're not probably going to start, how much are you thinking about moving away?
Well, we've been having this talk and thoughts about for quite a long time. Asensio has been always a very good player for Real Madrid, key player in some moments, but never really a starter. And it's a moment where he needs to think about what is going to happen for his future. Real Madrid, I'm sure that he will be willing to have him for maybe 2-3 more years. He's still young, he's still in a very high level. He's been proven that every single time that he's been on the field. I think this season is the third top scorer of the competition for Real Madrid. So it shows that he's a very valuable player. But I'm not sure if he's going to be willing to stay in Real Madrid, even though he's a player from the academy, a player who has been for Real Madrid for such a long time, willing to be always relegated on the shade because he's not a regular starter.
Well, let's get this straight. First of all, when you have to negotiate between the club and the player, one thing we can confidently say that he wants to stay at Real Madrid. However, if Real Madrid wants to continue with him, that's a different case.
I'm sure they will be wanting for something else, but definitely a key player today once again, and he's been a key for several games in this season for Real Madrid.
So let's talk about Asensio's performance today. He's the one who scored the goal today. Before the goal, he wasn't doing much. Like, he was playing kind of a striker role or center forward role, but he wasn't doing much, honestly. In fact, at 10 minutes, he had one good chance. Vasquez had a really nice cross, but he could not make a good contact. If he would make a good contact with that one, that would be easy goal. And I don't know what is something with him. Whenever Real Madrid needs a goal, he scored a banger goal all the time. Now, we could argue that the goal was deflected, but it doesn't matter anyway. A goal is a goal. Also, look at his stats, how many goals he scored this season for Real Madrid, despite not being the starter for Real Madrid. So, in my opinion, he's a goal scorer, but not a typical winger. Now, to answer that question, should Real Madrid keep him? In my opinion, yeah, Real Madrid should extend his contract just for the sake of that he can be a good super sub, but not a starter. To be honest, if you want to win titles, big titles, you need a good bench also. It's not just about the starting 11. Also, let's talk about today's gameplay a little bit because ESPN kind of sidestepped the discussion, which makes sense because honestly, there's not much we can talk about today's performance. First of all, the starting lineup was totally different as we expected. All focus is for Man City game. Coming to this match, only thing Real Madrid had to do is the minimal things to do, minimal gameplay to do so that they can win. That's all. And that's exactly what Real Madrid did. And to be fair, with so many changes, first half performance was not something really exciting to watch. However, is part of the game. Hazard also started today, surprisingly. However, his performance is not something we can really talk about. Also, believe it or not, when Mariano came as a striker, it felt like he was playing as a striker and he was doing something that a striker should do, like making good runs, showing physicality, and doing good link up. Being said that, I think it's kind of waste of time discussing this match because it doesn't matter for Real Madrid. As long as they win and they keep the second place until the La Liga is over, I'm good.